Hey guys, are you starting out calisthenics or you're new to bodyweight fitness and you wonder why you're not making any progress? Well, in this video, we're going to go over 5 of the top mistakes that people make when starting out on this journey and 5 mistakes that you could be making yourself. Alright, so mistake number 1 is checking out too many different calisthenics programs. I know even for barbell programs or dumbbell programs, this is a common mistake, is that analysis paralysis, being stuck, just not starting and looking at so many different programs. There are a lot out there. There's like body by rings, convict conditioning, overcoming gravity, start body weight, the body weight recommended routine. Like there's so many, and one thing that makes this all easier is just pick one. Like just pick one and do it for like 2 to 3 months. They pretty much all work in a way. They're all decent. They all involve full body training, rest days, mobility, stretching, warming up. They pretty much take care of all the basics, the different muscles, and they all involve like progressive overload in some way. So if you're stuck picking a program, I have been doing the bodyweight fitness recommended routine. It's full body. It's done 3 times a week, and each workout is like 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours depending on like your rest times, but you can shorten that down to even 1 hour easily. It's done with very minimal equipment in your own home, unless you want to add squats and deadlifts for your lower body. But the gym's closed, so unless you have a home gym, but they all work. Don't get stuck not starting just because you want to do the best calisthenics program. There is no the best one. It's just the one that you stick to and that's sustainable for you. So mistake number 2 is not tracking your workouts or taking progress pictures. So how do you know you're getting stronger or making progress if you're not documenting it? I use an app called Rep Count. It's free to use, but there is like a $3 paid version with statistics and stuff, and I'll link to it down below. I'm pretty sure it's on Apple and Android, but it's easy to use. You can add your own custom exercises, your own routines. It has a rest timer installed into it, and it lets you also keep track of like what your most recent PR is. So if I did dips with 5 pounds, like I know that that's my max for like 6 reps. And then next time, eventually I'll just try and aim better than that. So other things you can do, you can also keep a paper and pencil journal. Not many people do, but you can, and it's nice to see. It's just one downside about that is losing some of your history and losing some of those papers or throwing them away. Or you can go old school and print out like those workout template cards. I used to use those on like exrx.net. They have those template cards, and we used to use that in gym, so I'll link to that down below as well. So there's so many different ways to track your progress and track your workouts. Just pick one, stick to it. If it doesn't work, change to another one. Try it out until you see what works for you, unless you can memorize everything and keeping it all in your brain. But every time you work out, just try and improve even just 1 rep from that previous one. Unless it's not a great day, then maybe just take it easy and then try and improve in the next one. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Betty and this is my channel. I used to be a chubby teenager and then became a competitive powerlifter, and now here I am doing calisthenics and primarily body weight things. And I guess we're all in the same boat because we're all doing body weight things right now in 2020. So if you're getting any value from this video, press that like button and subscribe if you want to see more calisthenics documentation and progress, home workout videos, helpful videos, and full of tips and tricks like this one and other things. So press that subscribe button and we'll jump right back into the video. Okay, so third mistake is performing exercises with improper form. So like any other movement, barbell, dumbbell, or whatever out there, if you do something with improper form, you're more likely to injure yourself and not get the benefits from the exercise. So form is really important for bodyweight exercises in particular, because you're not using an external source of weight, you're using your own body as a leverage. So if you don't do the right form or use the right range of motion, then you won't be making progress on those movements. To get the most out of each exercise, and there's not like a ton of different exercises, you definitely want to use full range of motion and proper form. It also helps avoid injury and promotes muscle growth. Alright, fourth mistake is skipping the warm-up. So skipping the warm-up is pretty dangerous and it's not smart, especially since we're using our own body weight. It's not the same with barbells and dumbbells where you can do a lighter weight and a lighter set and do some speed sets before you jump into your super heavy weight. This is with your own body, so you have to warm up your joints and get them ready for movement, your wrists, elbows, shoulders. All of those joints need to go through some of the easier progressions before you jump into the really hard one. Like you don't want to jump into handstand push-ups before warming up your joints with some normal push-ups, or like holding a handstand and different progressions like that. So some of the things that I do for warming up would be like doing scapular pulls before doing pull-ups, or doing support holds before doing dips. So warming up allows your joints and muscles to get warm and be ready for the movement, and also helps prevent injury. And the last mistake is not resting enough between sets. So just because you're training with your body doesn't mean that it's not like strength training. So when you're in the gym and doing heavy squats, you're gonna rest 3 to 5 minutes between each set. So it's the same way with calisthenics. It is a form of strength training, and it can be heavy in a sense. So your body does need proper rest between each set. So yeah, if you're squatting heavy and you're resting a bunch, it's the same thing with pull-ups or dips. Like that's your body's maximal capacity, and you still need to rest enough before you do the next set. Unless you're doing like a circuit or something, then you follow that. So for me personally, like if I don't wait at least 3 minutes between my pull-ups, each set will get progressively less reps. So now that I'm resting a bunch, I can get 666 or like 555 or whatever. But if I wasn't resting enough, it would be 5 and then 4 and then 2. Like that's what it would look like. So set your timer, use a phone, look at the clock, but don't just feel like your body's ready to hit the next set. Alright, so question of the day: what other mistakes have you made while training with weights or without weights? I'd love to hear all about them. And click here for a video to help you achieve your fitness goals of this year, and click here for another video by me, and subscribe here if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope this was helpful.